video you just saw, hold on. Much better. The video you just saw was me taking my final steps in a 20,000 a day step challenge my friends and I did in June. Now, I wanted to be the first person done with this challenge, so I decided to stay up until midnight last night and walk 20,000 steps straight through, and I finished at 2:51 a.m. Now, I want to tell you about all the things I learned doing 20,000 steps a day every day in the month of June. If you're wondering how far is that, it's about 10 miles a day. I also paired this 30-day challenge with a few other challenges. I didn't start these exactly on June 1st, but I did them majority of the month. I didn't use soap. I know, disgusting. I didn't use toothpaste. I know, disgusting. I didn't shave, and I didn't do any haircuts or anything like that. I also ate only meats and fruit. I did not eat anything besides whole foods. I did have a few fit aids here and there, but besides that, I had no junk food. Let's talk about what happened. Before this challenge even started, my goal was to gain weight. However, I cannot turn down a good challenge. Plus a challenge I know that I'm gonna win. You just can't say no. So when my friend Ashley was like,
hey, you guys wanna walk 20,000 steps? I need an excuse to actually move around instead of getting 200 steps a day.
I was like, are you kidding me? Of course I'm in. Like I said, I was trying to gain weight, and I knew this 20,000 step a day challenge would definitely make me not gain weight. I'm gonna be losing weight, and I was gonna have to try really hard to maintain. I did end up losing weight, but as you guys can see, I am really lean. I got super lean. And the only reason I bring that up is because I have so many people talk to me. They say,
Rolo, how am I supposed to lose weight? I want to drop some weight.
And I tell them, just go for more walks. You don't have to run. You don't have to lift weights. You should do some of those things, but you don't have to. Literally just walking will help you drop weight. For those of you that don't know, how does weight leave your body? Do you poop it out? Do you pee it out? Nope. You know how you get weight to come off of you? You breathe it out. If you've known me for any amount of time in person, you know that I love to take showers and I like to feel clean and use smelly good things. I wanted to do an experiment on my own. Do I know the science behind it? No. Do I know anything about it behind it? No. Do I know that using soaps and all that stuff is not awesome for your skin all the time? Yeah, I mean, my skin was always really dry, and honestly, look how clear my face is. I haven't washed this bad boy in 30 days. It's nice and clear. You know, I will say my armpits do smell quite a bit, but I do fitness quite often, and I was a little concerned of not feeling clean. After the first few days, just using water to rinse my body off felt pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to go back to using soap. Toothpaste, I might make my own toothpaste out of some natural products because it doesn't feel awesome, but I do brush really well, and I also floss every day. My breath didn't really smell bad. Nobody ever said my breath smelled bad, but they did sometimes are like, yeah, your armpit's a little stinky, but that was usually after like 30-minute AMRAP or something crazy like that. So this is not conducive to being able to gain weight. You're probably, if you're trying to be a bodybuilder, and nobody want to lift these heavy ass weights, like wait, no. But seriously, if you're trying to gain weight, put on muscle, this is probably not going to be conducive to your lifestyle. But if you're someone who wants to stay fit, you want to continue having good momentum, then walking a lot is going to be awesome for you. I also forgot to mention, team, I did one more thing, and I think this is one of the most beneficial things for my mental health for the entire month of June, and that was every morning when I woke up, I was not allowed to look at my phone for 1 hour. But that 1 hour had to be some sort of movement or creative time. So I would sit down and I would journal, or I would walk to try to get past my 20,000 steps. And honestly, this was a game changer. If you guys don't listen to the Huberman podcast, he talks about downloading. He says, throughout your day, you just pretend like you're in a room. You're in a room and there's junk everywhere. And throughout the day, more junk gets put in your room. Okay, there's a bunch of junk in the trunk, actually in your room. And when you wake up, you need to spend time organizing. And you do that when you get good sleep. And then when you wake up, you organize it. But if you wake up and go directly onto your phone and you take yourself all the way through and you have all this sensory overload, you never have time to organize the room. So the room stays messy, it stays cluttered, and you can't have everything organized, and things just seem to pile up, and you get all stressed out and depressed and anxious. But when you give yourself that time to download, to organize, you find out that a lot of the issues that you're dealing with are not that bad. You can deal with them. You just needed a good night's rest, and you needed time to think and move. So honestly, if you take anything from this video, wake up and don't look at your phone for 1 hour. I challenged my wife to do this as well. We wouldn't wake up stressed out. We would wake up, we would have coffee together, we would walk around in the backyard, we would talk, and we would have good conversations. And then when that hour was up, we would be excited to get on our phones, to go through the social media stuff, to have a good time. But we already checked in with each other. We already checked in with ourselves. We got the day planned out, and it was incredible. So that's a lot of the stuff that happened throughout these 30 days. So shirts off here so you can see what the bod looks like, but I wanted to weigh myself. I was about 175, 174. And now here you can see I'm 168, 167.9. Quite a few lbs dropped. Some of it I'm assuming is muscle. Some of it was fat for sure. I definitely had a little bit of extra weight, but I'm looking very, very lean. I'm not recommending any sort of way to eat team because everybody's going to be different. Everybody has different goals, and I didn't do my blood work before and during this challenge. All I'm basing this off of is how I felt and my poop. My poop was incredible. I call them ghost wipes. When you wipe and there's nothing there, happened very, very often, which is honestly the coolest thing ever. I'm going to show you like what I ate so much of during this challenge. I had a bunch of this 100% organic grass-fed ground beef, 85-15 lean, a bunch of this, my favorite, ground bison. For the first 2 weeks, I didn't have any rice. I didn't have any potatoes, nothing. And then for the last 2 weeks, I had rice and potatoes. I just wanted some extra carbs because I was totally just getting smashed. And then this is Greek yogurt, whole milk, plain, nothing in it. I had raw milk. And for the first 3 weeks, I didn't have any condiments of any kind. Before I had egg whites, so good. I had, is this organic? Yeah, organic beef bone broth. Get some protein, and then I can't even begin to explain how many pineapples I've eaten, how many blueberries I've eaten, how many eggs I've eaten, and what I used to cook. I didn't use any seed oils at all. All I used was this right here, beef fat from a local butcher here in town. Now, there are going to be some things that I want to add in. I've been having potatoes again. I've been having rice again. And I do want to not limit myself when I go out with friends and do things. I still want to have a life, and I still want to have balance outside of this. So I was crazy for 30 days. Now, if someone invites me to their birthday and we're going out to dinner and there's chips and salsa on the table, I'm going to enjoy those chips and salsa, but I'm going to make sure it's not every single weekend. That is pretty much everything to do with the food that I was eating. If you have any questions on any of the stuff I talked about in this video, if this interests you, or if you want to do a 20,000 step challenge too, cool. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, well, stay tuned because I'm going to be pumping out videos more than normal. This sucks, but there's ants in here. Look at this. What are these guys doing, man? What do you guys? Hey, you guys paying rent or what? I don't see you guys paying rent. I don't even know where they're going. Oh my gosh. All right, so now I'm going to go deal with this ant problem. Make sure you like this video and subscribe so I can hire an exterminator. And team, as always, there's only one thing between you and your goals, and that is work. So make sure you put in work. I love you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.